few parties then in opposition before the last election that were vehemently opposed to the Bela Act, or the bill at that time. And part of what they were concerned about is that Bela was making suggestions of amendments that opened up all parts of the education system, especially those of schools in Quintile 5 that could be known or understood as privileged. It was suggesting amendments using court cases that were progressively trying to lend itself to furthering or safeguarding the right to democracy. But those court cases are in the majority things that are making interventions to open up schools for all children, especially those that are currently in schools in quintiles 1 to 4, that are either overcrowded, not enough school teachers, furniture, poor and unsafe and undignified sanitation, those kinds of conditions. And so what happened with the other side of the election is that we got a new cabinet, we got a new portfolio committee, and we saw some of these parties, including the Democratic Alliance that is now in government, still fighting the Bela.
Before we continue, let's talk about what's good about the Bela Bill.
There are three things that we think are really good about the Bela Bill. The one thing is that the Bela is encouraging that the admissions process will be held by provincial departments as where the buck stops. The reason that's different and useful is because previously the admissions policies of schools was in the hands of the school governing body. And what we're saying now is that that's fine. School governing bodies can still administer and implement that policy, but we need someone higher up in government that can decentralize power and make sure that all schools don't call themselves oversubscribed when in fact they aren't. We've got schools in certain parts of South Africa, more affluent areas, that will still have 27 to 30 learners in the classroom. In Gauteng, in the East Rand, the Kuruleni, you've got schools on average at 68 learners per classroom. So what the Bela is allowing us to do is to open up the admission story so that children, all children, can go to a school of choice and or the school closest to them without being gate-kept, for lack of a better word, by the school governing body. Sorry.
What is the misconception?
The misconception is that we are taking powers away from school governing bodies and giving them to government. And so what Solidarity and all those formations, the AfriForums, all of the organizations that fall under the banner, and you people will remember that march that happened at the Fort Trekker Monument where we saw the old National Party colors. All of those organizations are coming to South Africans and saying, what you're not doing is you aren't advancing a transformative policy to equalize the education system. You're in fact taking away our own right to make decisions to protect just our children. There's a protection of a minority that just can't happen in 2025, unfortunately.
Let's talk about what you're doing here. Take us through the placards that we're seeing here. And it seems as though you are staging a protest of your own. Kindly tell us about the significance of the placards that you've put here.
So what we've done as part of our stall is try to invite the ordinary South Africans that are here at the Human Rights Festival. We've got a human rights walk happening tomorrow. It's for all the people that are here. We're saying to people, come and use our paint. We've gotten some poster banners here and write your message for human rights. What are we dreaming into our future to realize all of our collective human rights in our lifetime? But we've also used the colors of Equal Education and Equal Education Law Center, because it's our stalls, to try and also remind people that inside of the crisis of education in South Africa, education is one of the top priorities. And we want government to understand that. We want all ministries to understand that. We want ordinary people here to also feel that urge with us. So this is for everyone. If people that are still here at Cornhill want to paint a placard for the walk on Sunday morning, please come through.